studio with me today is an amazing lady, Allen Akankunda. She is the writer of this amazing book, Wings from Ashes.
Yeah.
It sounds very interesting. It's hopeful. But then why should I buy that book?
Buying the book, you're not just going to be buying a piece of literature. This is hope and restoration.
Because if you're bringing in the aspect of hope, what about healing and identity?
The book highlights a very pertinent issue or aspect of healing, that healing may not be linear.
What is a writer's greatest companion? Number 1, a laptop. Number 2, a notebook. Number 3, a mind full of ideas. Welcome to another amazing episode of The Author's Mind. In the studio with me today is an amazing lady, Allen Akankunda. Thank you so much for coming to The Author's Mind, Miss Allen. She is the writer of this amazing book, Wings from Ashes.
Yeah.
Guys, this book is really interesting. If you're a young girl or you feel you want to be inspired, this is the book you should get. And you should get a copy. After I finish this episode, I expect you to be rushing to get yourself a copy of this amazing book. Allen, welcome to The Author's Mind.
Thank you so much, Jenny, for such a lovely welcome and for hosting me. I've been looking forward to this moment.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. I can't wait for us to have fun today.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to.
Yes. So before I get into serious things.
I hear serious things. We are not here. We're going to have fun. Trust me.
Yes.
There's nothing like serious here.
So we're going to have like a mini buzz quiz. Then we start, okay?
All right.
So I'm going to ask you some questions and I want you to give me your most authentic answer. So, number 1, are you a morning person or a night owl?
I've for life thought that I'm a morning person, but one person broke actually that bubble that it's a myth and it's a research and finished without like that data evidence. You can't really say that you're not a morning person or you know you are. So I think I really don't subscribe to any.
You don't subscribe to any?
I will wake up in the morning if I have what to do, and if I don't have what to do, I will sleep. Yeah.
So you're saying most of us who say we are not morning people.
It's research really concluded without evidence. Yeah, because you're going to say, I'm a morning person or I'm not a morning person. Okay, it's something that I've always leaned on that.
Yes.
And I think it has not made me well.
Okay, it's okay. We're not in argument. But it's a train of thought. Think about it. Is it really a thing to have a morning person, night person?
It's something you can work on. And,
yeah, I guess. Yeah. Number 2, what is a writer's greatest companion? Number 1, a laptop. Number 2, a notebook. Number 3, a mind full of ideas.
Oh my God, that mind. Because trust me, we have the notebook, we have the laptop, but if your mind is not having ideas boiling, what are you going to use them for?
Yeah, you're true. You're right. Yeah. Because if you have no ideas, you can't write nothing.
Because even in a taxi, we're going to dive into the process of writing that book and you see how crazy I was getting the ideas. In a taxi, you pull out... Yeah.
That's creativity.
In a border, I feel like you've seen something that you want to include. Yeah. So that mind full of ideas, give it to me.
Yes, it's true. As creatives, we suffer with that.
Yeah.
Okay, question 3. The hardest part of writing. A, starting. 2, finishing. C, letting people read it.
Oh my God, they are all hard.
But okay, what is the hardest? The one where you're like, you're cringing.
I think letting people read it. I think the most terrible moment that an author can have is that part to release the manuscript for people to be like, oh my God, what are they? Is it right? What is it? Like, I mean, that moment, okay, starting is hard. Even finishing, because you want to have, to leave a mark on the reader, but releasing it out,
It's not
terrible.
easy.
Yeah.
You're right. I also feel bad when I see people. Okay, I feel some kind of way. I feel like I've written rubbish. Yet
And
it's
you
not.
think, of course, what you've written
Mm.
represents you. If you're going to put outside uh everything, like expose yourself, and people will judge you
Uh-huh.
according to what you wrote.
Yes. So it's
Yeah.
like you're a mirror. You've put a mirror. Hey guys, this
Yeah.
is Alan.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's so scary.
So you're going to actually, you first give yourself like judgments before even others give you feedback. Say they're going to judge me like this, I think like this, or yeah, or my writing wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Mm.
True. Many writers would say letting people read it because it's hard.
Yeah, it
At
is.
least starting is also hard,
It
but
is even finishing, but
I feel like finishing could be a bit easier because you've started and now at least you're having something you're going to. There's a storyline you're following.
True.
So I feel like by the time you're getting done now, it's getting even interesting.
finishing is hard in a way that you're going to fail to, most of the times when it's fiction or approach based writing, you may not like find the best way you want it to end, and even putting a full stop on the idea, still throwing, you say like, I still need to add this, should I add it, or I should just stop here. So to craft that end is also disturbing, but not as releasing the piece.
True. All right. So now let's get back to the gist of this conversation. Thank you so much for those answers. They were very interesting and funny. Tell us what you also think in the comment section. So let's get to it. So Alan, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and what made you also write this amazing book, Wings from Ashes?
Oh, well, I'm not used to blowing my own trumpet, but I'll try. You've given me permission today. So my name is Alina Kankunda. I am a teacher, a secondary school teacher, Bachelor of Arts with Education, Literature and English Language from Kampala University. I'm currently pursuing a master's, Master of Arts in Linguistics from Makerere University. I am a peer mentor and a lover of personal growth. I've done so many outreaches, interacted with so many teenagers, and I think that's where my purpose lies. I love doing that. And I'm the author of this book, Wings from Ashes. I'm passionate about personal growth, youth empowerment, and self-awareness. Yeah.
I like everything you have said.
Oh,
it is all encouraging. It's all inspiring. I like that as a young lady, you have chosen to actually live for purpose than just living to make money.
Because I think that's when you have purpose, you have a reason to live. Yeah.
So guys, be inspired. People are doing things. So tell us, what is this book about and why did you write Wings from Ashes?
Wings from Ashes is not just a story to read and maybe cry or laugh. It's a lived experience. It's fictional, well, but inspired by realities that I've lived as a person. But the realities I've also seen around other young people that I've interacted with. Those many untold stories that I thought was so, it was important for me to put them out there for people to hear them and be encouraged. So Wings from Ashes is a title which is symbolic. Wings, the wings, if a bird has wings, a butterfly, it has potential. It can fly. It has the capability to move from here to Zimbabwe, to anywhere. Yes. It can fly heights. Yeah, so the wings symbolize potential. And then ashes, if I burnt this coat to ashes, you would not pick anything. It's already ash. And so from this, I wrote it to inspire hope or to ignite a piece of hope in a person, or that society, or that has already made a conclusion that this is where I can stop. I mean, my past, my background, my job or the course I did, or my family ashes, and you see nothing is supposed to come out or was expected to come out of that. Yeah, I was igniting hope that still from ashes, from that
From the
situation,
nothingness.
you can grow potential. The wings can come out of it.
Oh, nice. I love that. It's very inspirational. And there are so many girls I know who should read this book because
Even
it's
boys.
yeah, even boys, but of course, yeah, there are some aspects of girlhood
Yeah, true,
there.
true.
So that's why I'm talking about the girls. For many who are asking, Wings from Ashes is a book about an amazing, incredible lady. She's called Mia, who grew up in serious poverty. But in all that pain that she grew up in, she came out a victor. And
Yeah.
it's a sign to us as people that there is hope for us and there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
So thank you for reminding us once again as society that we should not forget where we came from, first of all. Secondly, we should always look ahead to the light. Even when we are in total darkness, the light should be the place we look to.
Yeah, you actually have the permission to remember where you came from, because it gives you identity. It gives you a sense of origin. But you really don't have the permission or an excuse to stay there. Just move. You gain the courage and move, fly heights. Yeah.
So I'm sure many of you may be wondering, oh my God, Jenny, why are you talking about Wings from Ashes? You know, why are you interviewing Alan? You're stressing out about Wings from Ashes. Okay, why should I buy that book? It sounds very interesting. It's hopeful, but then why should I buy the book?
Okay, buying the book, you're not just going to be buying a piece of literature. This is hope and restoration for everyone out there who thinks that, who looks at themselves in the mirror and maybe think that they do not measure up to the standards of beauty that this world sets. Everyone who looks at their family, their background, their parents, and think it was maybe a mistake to come from a certain that setting or origin. It's for everyone who smiles out, puts that beautiful smile, but you go back and hold your pillow and you're crying. Yeah, that's broken you. So you're not just going to be buying a book, I swear. It's a piece of hope, a piece of restoration for that you that has still moved, even when it's not, things are not right.
I like that. That is very interesting. I like the fact that you're really bringing in the aspect of hope, which is the main, I think, theme of this book. How do you hope Wings from Ashes contributes to conversations about healing, identity, and hope? Because if you're bringing in the aspect of hope, what about healing and identity? How can someone start a conversation based on this book?
Well, I think I'm going to handle, because those are different aspects or issues that are intertwined. But because when you heal, it affects your identity. You're going to be transformed and become a certain person who's new, who's transformed. So healing in this, the book highlights a very pertinent issue or aspect of healing, that healing may not be linear.
Yeah.
It's not something that you're going to wake up and see you have wounds. The wounds that are actually, do you know that physical wounds may be painful, but the inner wounds may be even more painful. Yeah. So for the healing of wounds that do not have medicine most of the time, physical medicine, you first of all, in this book puts them out as healing being not a very soft phase you're going to be in, but something to take easily. First identifying that, you know what, I'm coming from a broken family. You understand that, and yes, it wasn't your fault. Yes, I'm coming from this poor background. The whites gave it a very good, should I say a vocabulary, humble.
Humble background.
I don't think they are humble, really. Yeah, you're coming from that humble background. You understand that and you accept it. Because when you do not understand it, you're going to be putting out a picture that isn't actually who you are. Yeah, so acceptance of everything, your body shape, your origin, your color, your parents, every situation around you is the first step to healing. That phase, that journey that isn't linear. Yeah. Then identity, of course, when we heal, we form an identity that is authentic. We've accepted ourselves, we accepted our parents, we've accepted who we are physically and spiritually. We are going to have that identity. We discover who we are. And then when we discover who we are, trust me, we discover our purpose first of all, why we are on earth, why we are living. After discovering our purpose, I think this is something we started with, that we live because purpose is what makes us live and live a very fulfilling life. Yeah. So when you understand your purpose and discover it, you start to spread sparks of purpose to others to fly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that sparks of purpose you're bringing about, because when you are authentic as yourself, it's easy for other people to be inspired by that authenticity. So thank you for highlighting that fact.
Because when you're not living for yourself, or when you're not living your authentic you may be imitating others or trying to put up an image or a stage which may not attract others to see the light that you're shining, because authenticity really is something that should be emphasized. Yeah,
it should be emphasized in society, with young people especially, because as we are growing, we are failing to understand who we are because we fail to accept where we've come from. So it's actually a whole process. Accept who you are so that you can understand, oh, I need to heal from A, B, C, D. After healing, you start to form an identity. Maybe I love sports, or I like swimming, or I don't like people talking to me like this. These are my values. Then hence you're birthed into a state of hope and purpose. Yeah, and purpose. So beautiful.
And purpose, because when we discover that, when we live our authentic lives, like I've earlier said, we discover who we are, we live that purposeful life, and then impact others. And when you impact a person, they also again impact others. It's just a whole circular process.
Yes, a process.
Yeah, you spark a spark of hope and purpose to another person. They gain the wings, they fly and also spark the wings and the sparks of purpose to others, just like that. And before you know it, these are the people that we admire out there, the people who are impacting nations, generations, and they are leaving a legacy.
Really, when you are giving an introduction about self-awareness, I could see that you have also gone through that process as a human being of understanding who you are, healing, and becoming who you are today, Miss Allen. So it's so good that you have the knowledge of that. But now, to someone who's watching, maybe a younger version of you, apart from the explanation of the process of from healing to identity to hope, what other things can they pick from this book as a young person, apart from the aspect of identity, aspect of hope, and aspect of healing? Because apart from those three things, I know there are also other aspects in this book. Mm-hmm. So as someone who is watching us today, what can they pick that is different from those three?
Okay, in this book, I try to highlight a very pertinent issue, which is tradition. Mm-hmm. Tradition, basing on my own experience as a girl from the Western Uganda, I've grown up in a society that looks at a girl child more not to cross the roof. You have to dream, but not too high, not past the glass ceiling. Okay, you get educated, but maybe when a suitable person comes to ask for your hand in marriage, you really don't have an option, because after all, you're a girl. So I respect tradition so much because it gives us a sense of where we came from. if we do not accept and understand our traditions, which are rooted in our past, we may not understand today, and we may not be able to figure out the future. I respect tradition so well, but I still say that we really do not have to tie ourselves around some traditions. For example, giving out young girls to marriage because they are girls, wife sharing. Wife sharing, yeah, it's a very, very tradition, custom that is still even existing in our societies. A person gets married marries their wife, then they have like 3 brothers and their father. So tradition to some of our societies, where I come from, that person, the woman has to serve that, even close kinsmen who are not part of the family. If you had a wife, I'm your very close friend, and I come, I have a permission to lay with you. So some traditions, we really have to gain courage and move away from them, however much they are rooted in our past.
Yeah, I like the fact that you brought out tradition. You know, so many we are starting to forget that conversation as society. We are actually trying to forget and move forward with social media, what. But the truth of the matter, there are so many societies that are still practicing these things. For example, I like in the book how you highlighted genital mutilation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, female genital mutilation. Like, it's not okay. Someone died because they were trying to be a woman, or to prove that my bride price should have more cows because I have cut the clitoris. Like, it's not okay. So I like the fact that you still reminded us as society to understand that, yes, as we are moving forward, healing and becoming hopeful and successful, we should remember where we came from, because we still have our sisters and brothers who are deep there, still suffering from this same issue. So thank you for bringing that aspect out.
Actually, I was struggling so much because these are very sensitive issues, by the way. And most of the people, when you write about such issues or talk about them, they'll take you for a radical feminist.
You have said it well.
They will say this one doesn't want women to submit in this way. And we forget that some societies, actually society paints and gives us sometimes a prescription. This is how a woman has to be. I mean, you have to before you're born, you already have who you're supposed to be before you even get permission to say, hey, I'm Allen and I want to be this. They already have a list of who they think you should be.
Yeah.
And so most of us are just crony, even the educated.
Yeah, it's
you
true.
Graduate, and because society says this is supposed to be like this, you take up the script and just act.
I once heard of a story of someone who was very important in this country, and they are from the Sebei tribe, where they do female genital mutilation. And in all her wisdom and understanding and education, she studied, I think she even got a PhD, what. But time for marriage, she had to go back, and they
cut her.
Oh my
God.
And I'm like, but what did you go to school and study? Where were you exposed?
There's this saying that's okay. There's this saying that there's being learned and being educated, something like that.
Yes.
So however much some of us have gotten that opportunity and escaped, like myself, I escaped so many things that would have maybe taken me away, like getting married at a young age, dropping out of school. We escaped those, but we still tied in that. I think mindset change is something that it should also be emphasized in our societies, that when you go to school, you really have to have a difference, a positive difference that you can say, I went to school, I earned my bachelor's, and so I'm not going to think like the people who didn't go to school. Yeah, you shouldn't really be the one supporting female genital mutilation. Then we have wife fattening in our culture. You see how I
Yes.
am, and then when I get married, so my husband's kinsmen have to look at me in a way of like a heifer. I put it like a heifer in my book.
Yeah.
They give you gallons of milk for you to be fat. So in a way that a small woman will shame the husband. You have to be fattened. So such situations and mindsets really are the things that I was trying to highlight in that book.
Yeah.
That however much most of us have gone to school, however much we've earned those qualifications, however much we've been exposed to some other cultures, we are still practicing such and supporting them even indirectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so true. We really need to wake up as a society concerning this. I know there's a way we've distracted ourselves with, oh, we are growing, it's a new world, new generation, all that. But the truth of the matter, people are going through these things. So we need to do better. So thank you so much for giving us that highlight. Thank you so much. Really, it's a lot of information. And this information is also out there. And of course, if you want to know more and understand it better, she has even highlighted it in the book. So please buy these copies, not just for yourself, for your family members. Maybe you have that cousin, that nephew, that niece who has not had a chance to go to school. Or if they've gone to school, they've not finished. Or if they went to school, they got a child early. Get them a copy of the book so that they're able to understand that there is hope.
There's still hope.
They should open their minds to knowing, oh my God, no, I can do better. I can do better. So I know you read this book some time back and you've been giving out copies. What feedback have you been getting from some of your readers?
Okay, the most exciting and fulfilling experience I've had with feedback was when I went to Kira College Boutique.
Yes.
Yeah, this school was actually one of the first schools that supported me when this book was just out. They ordered for 100 copies and they are already using it as a study material in senior one.
Wow.
Yeah, so they invite me for their careers there, and I was so, like, when you reach a school and students already know you, like you've never been there, but they already know you. So they were excited, and Some of them told me that they were seeing an author for the very first time, and they thought authors are the people who wrote long time ago and maybe died.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was, and then about the book, some of them were reaching out and asking me, how did you craft such a very beautiful book that is relatable? I'm from this family. And so it gave me a feeling that this wasn't just a book to put out there and maybe because it's a novel for students to read as a material, but for a person to tell you that I related with what you read.
That is something.
It's something to appreciate God for. I related with it, and I gained hope that, you know what, I want to be this, I want to be this, I want to be like Maya, I will be resilient. So yeah, and I've also received other feedbacks, and yeah, but that
was the most inspirational.
Yeah, the students being in an age group that I relate with so much. Yeah.
And that is very true, because when I read this book, any person who reads this book, even an older person, not even a student, there is that hope of this person can do it. You're telling me what, she did this? Like, she went through all that and she became something. So it's possible for me. So actually, I even think I recommend, if you're a parent, get it for your child.
Yeah, true.
Just get it for your child. Get it for your students at school. If you're owning a school, you can reach us on our pages and we shall, link you to get many more copies. You can get 100 copies for your libraries.
And we actually...
Very educational.
Yeah, we actually give out copies. We supply copies for each school that gets copies, gets a free counseling and career guidance session.
Wow.
So we come to school, interact with the students, inspire them, because that's what we really meant to be.
This is something. Please get yourself a copy of Wings from Ashes by Akankunda. Alan,
Yes,
please.
yes.
Then moving on, I've had conversations with you, and you're talking about how you're not seeing this just as a book. You're seeing it more of a project and something that you want to help society with. So beyond this book, what legacy, can you clarify on the legacy you hope to see this leaves behind?
Well, I think I told you when we were beginning that this is not just a book.
Yeah.
It's an experience that I relate to, I've lived, but also many other readers who have given me feedback have related to and are being inspired by the piece. So we are starting up uh, a school outreach program, which we go to schools. If we connect with a school, we give out copies, but also speak seeds of hope to those students. Adolescence is a very critical stage for identity construction.
Yeah.
And if some of us didn't meet some people who ignited sparks of hope in us, would have maybe taken other routes and would not be appearing on spaces like these. Yeah, so I am looking forward to working with schools, but also we are accompanying I'm talking about the book launch now. We are not just launching it, but we are going to have a mentorship summit, which I hope is going to be annual. It's not going to just stop this year. So we are going to have an annual mentorship summit that is going to be inspired by the themes of this book. We invite so many speakers, professionals, young people, secondary school students, and young adults to come, get inspired, learn, interact, and grow their own wings and fly.
Wow. When is this summit happening?
15th August. So we're having a mentorship summit, then we are launching the book. Yeah, the book launch is the centerpiece of the event.
Oh, so in that book launch, you're going to have that summit.
Yeah.
And that to happen every year.
Yeah.
Amazing. You see, guys, we don't just write books as Africans anymore. We write books for a purpose. Write it for impact. And I encourage you as a writer out there, do not just go and write about some story. Write knowing that it should affect someone out there positively, not negatively. I should be able to read your book and feel like I want to be a better version of myself. I want to grow. I want to be bigger. I want to be greater. So the only way that can happen is by being intentional with your life. Thank you so much for really putting in the effort in putting this book down. Our society needs it. And however much they may not say it, they do need it. The need is there. Because if you go to rural areas, you're going to find there are so many people who still don't have this knowledge.
True.
So the work is not done. It's just beginning. Thank you so much for that. One last thing I want to ask you before I finalize this amazing episode. What are the 5 things you can tell a writer out there and how best they can make money from writing?
Before publishing or throughout?
I've written my book. I've written my book and I've put it in a shelf somewhere. How best can I make more money from it? I'm not talking about I've written a book and then maybe I marketed and I'm just going to, my goal is 100 copies. No, I'm looking at a writer who is ambitious and they want to see 5,000 copies sold in maybe a year or 2. So talk to that writer.
Well, dear author, authoring is not for the weak.
Yes.
So you really do not have to be weak. The journey is really tiring. Sometimes you have that momentum and clarity. Sometimes it will actually be low and you will see like no progress. Some days will actually be as if nothing is even happening. But you, first of all, you're your own cheerleader, the very first cheerleader, and you do not wait for people to clap for you.
Yes, of course.
Please push your book because you can write that book, very good book, and you stay with it. And because when you don't push your book, no one is going to know that you wrote the book. No one is going to come to your house and say, hey, you wrote the book. Even your closest friends may not even pick interest in But people love things that are moving. Just push your book. Do everything. Wake up, push that flyer. If you have TikTok, go there and push that book. Yeah. And then do not overhike the prices for the book at first. I really would not appreciate a writer, you're an author, you just authored 1-2 books and you're putting your book at 100. Maybe if you already have a circle of people who are going to support you. But if you just starting like me, you would really see through a cost that is going to help you cover the production cost and then earn you some more profit.
Yeah. Just to be a bit clear on that point of the overhiking of the price.
I say I use the 100 just as an example.
Yeah, it's okay.
Course, yeah.
Just on a point of that, now it depends on what kind of book you've also written. Because now we have authors who have books that are birthing projects. They're not just books. Like yours is also going to birth a project. So you're not just buying the book, you also are partnering with a project. So now for those authors, of course, it's understandable. But if you are a starting maybe writer and maybe you've written about something normal, something not too deep, and you're not even planning to turn it into a project, it's just going to be the book, then it should be a favorable price, as long as it's not so also pricey, also not so cheap, because you need to put value in your work.
True.
But yes, it should be like a favorable price. But now we have authors who are doing work. They're not just writing. Like what I said, I was encouraging you. Do not just write a book. Write a book for a purpose. Write to impact an entire generation, to help people, to do something better for them. Now, when it is in that case, even if you put at 100K, people will buy. People will buy because they know it is for a good cause. Yeah, sorry, you can now proceed.
Thank you
Yes.
yeah, for that clarification. But okay, I was trying to say that authors should not actually look at getting that, you know. Yeah, I'm looking at, for example, in my book, I'm looking at the production costs, then getting something out of it, but also the sustainability, getting projects out of it, impact, and then with time, your book will actually sell, and yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for the advice.
Yeah.
Our Miss Allen, from Wings from Ashes. Thank you for writing the book. Thank you for putting all this amazing work done. I've learned a lot. In case you have any questions for us, of course, leave it in the comment section below. So before we get to the buzz quiz, fun questions to conclude this session, we are having an amazing book launch for this amazing book, Wings from Ashes. It's going to be on the 15th of August at National ICT Innovation Hub from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Please come with your friends, come with your families, especially the young people. If you have someone in high school, I think they'll be for holidays.
Some schools.
Yes, some schools will be for holidays, those ones who are in day. But as long as you have a young person with you at home, please come for the event. It's going to be very educational, very beautiful. Come and let us support another amazing Ugandan author, Miss Allen. And this book is just 20,000, guys. 20,000 Uganda shillings. So I believe every normal Ugandan can afford it. And if you cannot afford it, of course, I know you're in circles. You'll be like, you know what, get me a copy of the book. You know, Wings from Ashes. There's so much to learn. There are so many lessons in here. There's so much to help us as people to grow. So get yourself a copy of the book. Support the author. Support us. As Author's Mind, we are behind you. Please,
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. Now, let's just conclude with these two buzz questions. Number 1. What is the most random thing you always carry with you?
What? I carry many things. I swear, even if you to look at my back.
But like that one thing that is weird and you just always have it in your bag for some weird reason.
Charger.
Is a charger weird? I feel like it's a
Oh my
necessity.
God, I can't forget it. I'm with it everywhere.
You're with it
Yeah.
everywhere. Okay, interesting. Tell us what you think in the comment section below. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Alan, for making the time to come to the Author's Mind. We loved having you. See you all on the 15th of August. Do not forget to like, subscribe on all our social media platforms at 25 Author's Mind. Leave a comment, ask us questions. See you there. Until then, my name is Jenny, and this is the Author's Mind.